I have to significantly reduce all of this. Hey everyone, welcome to Calico Radio. I'm Taryn, and today we're going to do something a little bit different on the channel. I have all of my stash yarn set out in front of me, and that is because in 1 month's time we are going to be moving from Montreal, Canada to Dublin, Ireland, which I'm very excited about. But that means that I have to significantly reduce all of this. I have been trying to whittle it down. That was kind of like a New Year's resolution, which I have done a decent job of, I think, especially like the fingering weight yarn. So the plan is I'm going to show you guys over the course of the next month what I make. I'm going to have a lot of goals. I usually don't like to put too many time constraints on my knitting and my crafting hobbies in general, but this is kind of an exception because we're moving in a month. So I do plan to take some of the yarns with me, especially yarns that like I bought while traveling that are nice and stuff, but I just don't have time to work something up with them. Anything I don't end up knitting with, I plan to donate here in Montreal. Let's get knitting, and I will show you everything I knit over the course of the month. Hey guys, welcome back. It is only been about a day or two since I recorded that intro, but I already have my first knit done for the month. This is the Tea Time sweater by Park & Knit, and it's currently in testing. I think it will probably come out late summer, early fall. Yeah, so I do feel like the camera doesn't really show the true color of this yarn. I do find red a bit hard to capture on a camera for some reason. It uses a sport weight yarn, and the gauge is 16 stitches by 24 rows in this lace pattern. And I use 5mm needles, so this worked up super fast. It only has 2 inches of positive ease, and the lace pattern itself is a 7-stitch 4-row repeat, which flows surprisingly well. Like, I was able to watch TV and knit this, which is not usually the case for me in lace patterns. But yeah, it went super fast. I really like it. And I also got very lucky because this was the amount of yarn I had left over. So I did try and weigh it, and it didn't even come out to a single gram. So I got very lucky. And in total, it used less than 4 balls of the sport weight yarn. So very lucky in that regard. It really uses very little. I originally got this yarn to make the Simply Perfect sweater by Kuta, and I had a lot of yarn left over for some reason. I'm not sure why, but so I had 4 skeins, which is kind of like a weird amount. It kind of was like too little to make a normal sweater, but too much to make like a hat or something like that. So I'm really happy the testing call came out for this, and I was able to use this kind of odd amount of yarn. So 4 balls down, many more to go. Hey guys, coming to you with another FO. This is the Mara Shalette, which is free on Ravelry. I made this past weekend when I was in Halifax. It was just like a great small project to take on the plane and to work on in the mornings over coffee when people are still sleeping and stuff like that. So it was really fun. I loved the lace pattern. It was easy. Like, I could arguably still work on it while with friends. Once I got used to the pattern, I could just kind of work on it in the background, but it also was a little bit more engaging than just like straight stockinette. It was the perfect amount of engagement. I really enjoyed it. And I also used knitting for olive pure silk. So it is very lofty and light, and I really love it. I think it's gonna be perfect for late summer, early fall. And it's just like a great little accessory. You know, it doesn't need to necessarily serve too much of a function. It just looks nice. So I'll pop a couple of pictures up in the corner here where I wore it. I wore it with like this kind of corset top that I got in Montreal recently, but I think I could wear it even like with this outfit, you know, just very simple, but just like a little accessory to make the outfit pop a little bit more. So definitely enjoyed this piece. Great travel piece. Also, it's free. So, I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. My next finished object is this micro granny square vest top thingy. I actually have another video where I show the whole process of making this, so if you want to check that out, I'll include a link in the corner here. But yeah, this one definitely took some time, but it was almost done when I first started this like 1 month challenge to bust my stash. So it didn't take too much longer, but with it being micro, it's kind of relative. So I had to do the I-cord still and like finish connecting all the granny squares and stuff like that. But this is definitely the highlight project of my year, I think. I really love it. Like, I love how everything just fits perfectly, and also being micro granny squares with lace weight yarn, I think it just has like a level of professionalism that's not typical in a lot of my other projects that I do. So yeah, definitely love this top. So you guys saw my recent FO, which was the micro granny square vest that I made. Well, I am not sick of granny squares yet. I decided to make a couple of little vests with granny squares. I kind of wanted the satisfaction of making granny square and it being big and fast and a good like in-between project that's easy and satisfying because it can be done quickly. And I ended up making 3. So I have these 2 cute little like duotone vests, which I made these for my nieces, and I really love the simplicity of them. So I figured for my nieces it's better to create something that's a bit more classic and easy to pair with other things. And then I made a bit wilder one for myself. I couldn't help but add like more colors. Right now I have like just a tank top underneath. I think it would also look good with like my bathing suit underneath and just wearing it to like the pool or something like that. But excited about these. These went super fast. Hey guys, welcome back. This is my final finished object for the month that I have to show you guys. I really love it. I love the colors. I think it's a very nice kind of final object for Montreal. I'll definitely remember this. I actually have a separate video on making this. I tried to knit this in 1 day. So that video came out, I believe, last week from the time this video comes out. If you want to check it out, I'll put a card up in the corner as well for this one. But yeah, this was super fun to make, a very cool challenge. This is Nora yarn. It's a DK weight, and the yarn was called Anka. And I used My Favorite Things Knitwear's pattern for the blouse number 1 light, but I graded it for this yarn because the gauge was a bit bigger. But yeah, super fun project. I'll put the card in the corner, and that is it for finished objects actually this month. I did think I would get a bit more done, honestly, but with packing, and we did travel a little bit as well, as I talked about earlier in this video. I'll show you guys the 2 whips that I have that I'm going to take with me. I have these orange trousers by La Poule. I got so close to finishing them, and I do really love them. I was really hoping to finish them honestly while I was in Montreal because I think summers are warmer here than they are going to be in Dublin, but still I think it's going to be great for if we go to a beach or even when we go to Portugal, or I could probably get away with wearing them with some like short leggings underneath. These were super fun to make. I used Cascade Ultra Pima Fine. It's a sport weight cotton yarn and it's super luxurious, and also the net stitch is very fun for these. Actually, I'll show you guys because the knit stitch is just so beautiful and it works up quite quickly. Even like the final hem on the bottom was very nice and clean. These probably need just like another day or 2 and they'll be done, but got so close, but it's okay. I'll finish them once we get to Dublin. My next whip is the Campus Cabo V sweater by Friday Knits. I'm sitting in the sun for this one just because I think the yarn looks super beautiful when it's kind of lit up by the sun. This one I thought I would get a bit further on, but it's okay. I think I just didn't go for this because it's 100% wool, and yeah, it was quite hot in July in Montreal, so I wasn't feeling the sweater, but I think this is going to be perfect for Dublin, especially because the summers are a bit cooler, so I'll definitely be able to finish this up in the next week or 2. And if you guys are interested in seeing the final piece, it should be in next week's video actually, hopefully. If not next week, in 2 weeks. Let's see how long it takes me to finish this once we move to Dublin. Okay, and now kind of for the moment of truth is what is left of in my stash. What did I keep? What did I donate? This is what I am planning to keep and to take with me. I'll give you guys a close-up. I'm pretty much taking anything that's still full skein. If I have a full skein, that means I had a plan for it. I usually don't buy yarn unless I have an idea in mind. And now as for the yarn that I ended up donating, I'll pop a video in before I donated it, but it pretty much ended up just being even less than mini skeins generally. It was all yarn that I had used for an initial project, and pretty much all of them I had used for scrap projects as well. I had a great time working with all of these yarns, and I hope somebody in Montreal can get a nice scrap project or something out of it as well. But yeah, so we are heading to Dublin actually today. I'm recording this kind of final outro because we are out of here, and I'm very excited to take you guys along to Dublin to see what we knit there, see the new techniques. I know Dublin and Ireland has their own kind of style. If you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe. I make knitting tutorials, knitting vlogs, knit alongs, those kind of videos. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in Dublin.